Okay guys, we're back. I like to kind of get in and do these hands to kind of finish detailing out the clocks. So this is really, when you look at it, it's just a rectangular rectangle with a circle embedded in it. So let's actually draw it out and then we'll make a 3D model or a surface or a solid. So in this case, instead of using these primitive tools, we're just going to sketch. So let's just kind of draw up a thin rectangle, and we'll just eyeball it in this case. And then a circle. I'll just draw a circle somewhere here. Again, we'll align, vertical center, nope, horizontal center. Go to align again. Okay, so then now I can just kind of move this away. And then let's do some combining and trimming, which we haven't really discussed. So this is actually a full rectangle, or what we call a polyline, meaning it's an object made up of many lines and it acts as one piece. In this case, we are going to trim. So my cutting object is going to be both of these guys, enter, and then we want to trim off. Basically, I'm using both shape as boundaries to trim. And so now I am done. So in effect, what that did was it made each of these lines, or at least this part, an individual to this part, and that an individual, right? So it kind of broke up all the pieces. I'm going to undo. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select them all, and I'm going to join them. And by doing that, I've created a new polyline that is of this shape, right? So that's a pretty powerful tool, join and explode. There are shortcut keys for that, which you've seen in the prior modules, so please remember that. So now that it's all joined into one model, I could actually make a 3D model out of those curves, okay? So in Rhino, these things are called curves. So I'm going to go extrude curve, and I'm going to extrude it, I don't know, 0.08, really thin. So I have a really thin 3D solid model here and my original curve. Now, many Rhino modelers keep their original curves so they can use it in other parts. The curves are independent of the solid, so just be aware of that. But anyhow, I'm good with this. Let's model the other hand, which is this kind of like triangle with a little arc. So what that's going to look like. Let me enlarge the top view here. So instead of a rectangle, which is four-sided, I'm going to go to this polygon tool. Once I do that, it's asking me how many sides. I'm going to click on that and say only 3 sides. And I'm going to click. And that actually looks horrible, so let's not do that. Let's just do it this way. I'm going to just draw a line and kind of go old school and draft this thing out. Draw another line in the center. Oops. Line. Make a copy. And I just kind of eyeball that part, and then but I do want to make this equal distance over here. So I'm going to type mirror, and I'm going to take this object here and then mirror it along this line. So now I have that. Go back to line. Line. So all that to get this, right? I can get rid of that. Oops. Should draw another line here to finish that. Now I'm going to use the center point to create my little other arrowhead here. Line. Of course, I'm kind of eyeballing it, but, and you can too for now. You'll definitely have other projects where I'm going to ask you to model pretty accurately. So we got that, and then I'm going to come in with the arc, center, start, angle. I want this one here, which is endpoint, and then just stretch. And then now it's a bunch of trimming exercises, right? So let me get rid of this. I'm going to go to trim, select everything, so it's using everything as an edge. And then select all of that and join them. Control J. And so now that acts as one polyline, which then I can extrude. Extrude curve. 0.08 is what I used last time. So now I have two arms, right, that are way too big, and no problem. Obviously you guys should know how to scale them by now, and that you guys can place properly on any one of these clocks, right? So that should be good enough, and hopefully you guys can give me two clocks that are kind of similar to the Nelson clocks, and we'll see you soon.